Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Y'all don't know, but I was talking up a storm there. And just like a beginner on Zoom, I left my mic on mute. My mistake there. It's currently 2-2 between the Mountaineers and the Hawks. Make it 3-2. Now back to serve will be Ashlyn Janowski, junior from Mobile, Alabama. Berea getting set the other way, but Santana is blocked up front. Berea coming off of a very long contested game last time out. Lost in 5 sets to Piedmont, all 5 of which were very tightly contested. Here's a set for the Hawks. And that one, just like a real Hawk, soared a little bit. Izzy Valdepraz. A little too much force on that one. A little too much pop behind it. So that one sailed on her. And now we'll see Torres back to serve. 4-3 the score. Hawks lead. Here's a set. Looking cross court. Kept alive by Berea. McCulloch setting up for Ramich. Ramich gets it over. Here's a set. Valdepraz gets the finish. Izzy Valdepraz credited her with a kill early on. Back to serve will be Molly Wilson. And that time the Hawks were ready up front. That was Sarah Scott, the junior from Brewtown, Alabama. Actually, it's Bruton, my mistake. Or maybe it's Bruton, like a name for a very aggressive Russian man. Now it's going to be popped up. Here's a set. Looking cross court. Cora keeps it up, but not for long. That was an aggressive kill up front. Credit that one to Lindsay Holland. We'll see a timeout called. I believe that was the head coach for Berea, Coach Dunnins. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Wilson's back to serve yet again for the Hawks. There's a cross-court setup. Wilson pops it up. We'll see Hannah Rogers, the libero, set that one up. That was teed up for Eva Ellenberg. Ellenberg sends it into the side of the net. And you'll see Vanessa Ramich back to serve for Berea. Ramich with the serve. Hawks getting set. Valdepraz, Wilson. We'll see a bump over. Now it's going to be bumped up. McCall sends it over. And then Brenda Davila rose up and tried to send that one over. Ends up sending it to the side of the net. Another point for the Hawks. It's 8-4. Valdepraz back to serve. Davila. Here's a set. Looking for McCall. McCall with the attack and the kill. Valdepraz wasn't able to get there. Davila will be back to serve. Valdez lets it go. Touches down in the corner. 8-6 the score. Berea coming back a little bit. That was a consistent theme in the last match against Piedmont. Davila with the serve. Valdez gets it over. McCall keeps it up. Here's a bump. Looking for Fleming, who's blocked up front. Allen careens, just narrowly missing the paint stripe. 8-7, Hawks lead. Davila back to serve again for Berea. Rogers, Wilson with the setup, kept alive by the Mountaineers. Can they get it over? Yes, they can. McCullough, credit with that one. Valdez, Wilson, setup, kept alive. Looking for McCullough. And Valdez gets it down. Here's another one. That one's blocked up front. This time by Fleming and Martin. Martin and Fleming, they teamed up for a very, very fearsome block total in the last game. Davila back to serve. 8-8 the score. Valdez keeps it up. Wilson with the set. And now one careens out. Ellenberg put her fist through it and just punched it a little too far. (9-8) the score. Davila back to serve. Rogers. Wilson with the set. Kept up. Oh my goodness, that was a very fearsome dig there. Credit that one to Castro Diaz. We'll see an attacking error. Point awarded to the Hawks. (10-9) the score. Berea leads. We'll see De La Torre back to serve. Coach Dunn's coaching up his Mountaineers crew. We see a pop-up. Wilson with the set. Valdez sends it over. It's popped up. Cora keeps it going. Can Mountaineers get over? Yes, they can. Rogers. Wilson with the set. Allen gets over the top. Hawks are Craig with the point as that one touches down the hardwood. It appears everybody missed on that ball. So Hawks, Craig with another point, even up at 10. And we'll see Jesse Hillier, the junior from Columbiana, Alabama. 10-10 the score. Santana and Martin, not really sure which one got the first hit. Or the second, for that matter. I believe Santana actually got the second. Ball sent back over. Hawks, 11-10 the score. Hillier back to serve yet again for Huntingdon. Here in set number 1. Popped up. De La Torre with the set for McCullough. Kept alive by Hillier. Rogers with the bump. Looking for Ellenberg. Ellenberg overshoots the mark a little bit, but it is tipped up front, so it's a point awarded to the Hawks. 12-10 the score. Hillier back to serve yet again. Popped up, sent it back over. They let it go. Very rarely do you see an ace. Well, not really an ace, but very rarely do you see a serve have that kind of recoil. 13-10, Hawks lead. Hillier with the serve yet again. That one is an ace. As McCullough couldn't quite get a very good reception off that serve. Hillier back to serve yet again. 14-10, Hawks are soaring right now. Martin's going to pop that one up. Santana sends it over, and Santana gets the kill. Hannah Rogers with the libero for Huntington making a diving effort. All for not there. And now one gets sent straight into the net by McCullough. Another point awarded to the Hawks. It's 15-11. Ellenberg is back to serve. That one's popped up. De La Torre setting up for Ramage, rejected up front. That one lands out. 16-11 the score. Ellenberg again. This one sent up by McCullough. Here's a set this time for Martin. Martin pops it over. Now it's popped up by the Hawks. This time Valdepraz sends it over. Kept up by Ramage. And we'll see Martin manage to get it over on her own. Cora, Martin keeps it up. And we'll see Ramage with the attack and Ramage with the kill. Actually, Ramage is not correct with the kill. It did soar on her. 17-11, the Hawks lead. Keep an eye on Izzy Valdepraz. She leads the Hawks in service aces and in kills. Another whistle and another point credit to the Hawks. (17-11). Ellenberg, yet again, 7 points away from taking the first set. But Santana was blocked up front. Berea managed to get it over. Here's another one. That one pops off at De La Torre. Cora keeps it alive without going into her bench, thankfully. Martin bumps it over. Here's the setup. Santana keeps it up. Cora for Ramage. Ramage kept up by Hillier. Rogers looking for Ellenberg, who pushes it over. De La Torre. Cora for Ramage. Ramage. Not exactly where you wanted to go with that attack. See a timeout from Coach Dunnins. 19-11, the Hawks lead here in set number one. They're 6 points away from closing out set number one. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. And Piedmont, while not on the floor, we just saw him play Berea. Berea losing in 5 sets to the Lions, who kept it close all game long. Now Berea looking to take on the Huntingdon Hawks, who the Lions will play next. It's popped up. De La Torre looking for Ramage. Ramage is blocked up front. Cora keeps it up. De La Torre is set up for Santana. Actually, no, it ends up going to McCullough, who pops it over. Hillier sets up for Valdepraz, kept alive by the Berea Mountaineers. Ramage with the attack, gets it through, gets the kill. 19-12 the score now. 19-12. That, something had to have happened in 1912. That was in our history books when we were kids. I know this. Or maybe I clearly don't. Martin back to serve. Ellenberg's ready. Hillier with the set. Allen gets through. Martin keeps it up. De La Torre setting up for Santana, who gets it through. Hillier got the dig, but nobody else was ready for that kind of ricochet off of her arms, if you will. 19-13 the score now. Now we're starting to get a little bit closer to years we probably know. Here's a set for Valdepraz, gets it through, kept up by the Mountaineers. Davila's blocked up front. Martin, Davila tips it over. The Hawks player touched the net, and the point is credited to the Mountaineers. Martin back to serve yet again. Ellenberg. Hillier with the fake set. Berea wasn't ready for that one. (20-14). A lead for the Hawks. 2014. I remember 2014. That was one of the years I first started playing football. Youth. Ramich with the attack. Kept alive. Davila going straight into another. Almost had another chance. And this time we see a whistle. Someone may have touched the net, or we saw a double hit. And now we see the "you can't do that" chance filling the air from the Huntingdon Hawks bench. Here's a set. This one for Davila. Gets it over. Does it touch the line? No. Is it tipped up front? No, yet again. 22-14 the score is. 14-22. I almost said that was when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, but that was 1492. Davila with the attack again. 23-14 the Hawks lead. Not Martin. That's Janowski back to serve. Davila with the attack. Ellenberg keeps it up. Hillier with the setup. Santana keeps it up. Davila. And then De La Torre will bump it over. Block up front by Davila. Cora. Set from De La Torre. And Davila, man, just to send it over, even with the awfully timed jump. No one blocked up front. Santana sends it up. Set by De La Torre, looking for Ramich. Ramich is blocked up front. Cora keeps it up. De La Torre. And Ramich is blocked again. So this time Santana gets it over, and Santana gets the finish. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. Third time was the charm. 23-15. Hawks are 2 points away. But Mountaineers seem to be rallying. That was a common theme in their last match. Need I repeat myself? Torres is back to serve for Berea. Rogers, Hillier with the setup. Oh my gosh! I think I saw Candy Chambers cock back her hand when she let that one go. My goodness. That was. Oh my gosh! That left me speechless right there. Molly Wilson back to serve. That one, is it in? No. Missed the line by just a margin. 24-16. Set point still with the Hawks. Mountaineers trail by 8. Ray Mitch is back to serve. And the Hawks let that one go. I'm not exactly sure why. That was right. That was perfectly in the back row. So miscommunication there between Rogers and I'm assuming it was Valdepraz. There's another serve. This time it's a service ace. So Hawks claim set number 1, 25-17. I mean, what can you say? They have come off on the ball very, very quickly. It has. I mean, that felt like a fast set. I'm not sure about the rest of you, but that was just that felt like a very quick set that had a lot of points, but it just came in rapid fire fashion. We're going to take a break going into set number 2. Hawks lead 1-0 in sets. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. We have about a minute before the start of set number 2 here in match number 2. The Huntingdon Hawks took set number 1, final score of 25-17. And my goodness, you kind of look at this, and believe it or not, we only saw 8 Hawks players sniff the hardwood in that first set. You saw 10 out there for Berea. So you start to think, is it all about whether or not Berea is tired or not from that 5-set match that they had in Piedmont just under an hour ago? It's debatable, but one thing's for sure, the Hawks are energized. They think they took their notes too while they were watching that Piedmont and Berea game. They sure had ample time to do so. Ample time to do your homework, and now it's time to see how you did on your studies. So as the Hawks get ready to take to the court, let's see who's out there. It'll be Hillier and Ellenberg again, as well as Janowski. Piers will also see Chambers back out there. We'll see if I'm forgetting anybody. Lindy Holland, Hannah Rogers, the libero, and of course Valdebras. And we'll see Rogers come in for Holland. Meanwhile, for Berea, we have Martin out there, as well as Finesca. Also out there is Santana, De La Torre, Davila, who just got subbed in by Cora. And back to serve will be Torres. Brianna Negron Torres. Back to serve. And get things underway here in set number 2. We're underway. Ellenberg. Here's the set by Hillier. Looking for Janowski. Janowski into the side of the net. 1-0. Berea here in set number 2. Coach Dunnins talking up to his team. Torres back to serve yet again. We saw Valdebras go for that one. It will be Crez and ace for Torres. So the Hawks just didn't get a clean reception off. 2-0 Berea right now. Once again, we're also looking at a 5-player back row. We saw this from Berea in game number 1 when they were dealing with Kaylee Ashcraft. So once again, that just seems to be the best course of defense for these really hot servers who know how to rack up the aces. Santana pops over the top. It isn't always the hardest hit that gets the points, but it is always the best placed hit. 3-0 Berea. See, the Mountaineers can mount up here. Rogers with the bump. Hillier with the set. Looking cross, and Chambers just put her hand through that one, and it was an absolute rocket that just missed the picture frame. 4-0 Berea. Torres back to serve yet again. This time it goes into the side of the net. 4-1. We'll see Ellenberg back to serve for the Hawks. No substitutions yet. Finesca set by Torres. Santana with the attack. Hillier with the dig. Rogers setting it up for Ellenberg, who gets it over through the hands of Torres, and De La Torre cannot get underneath that one to keep it alive. 4-2. Hawks are starting to rally here. Ellenberg is back to serve yet again. Ellenberg with the serve. Finesca. Torres with the set. Going back to Finesca. Now it goes off of Hillier, off of an air duct, and back onto the hardwood. We've seen a couple of balls ricochet off of the rafters today. Not quite like that. Angle of incidence equals the angle of reflection, if I'm not mistaken. And this is where Matt reveals himself to be a math nerd. Finesca with the serve. That one goes into the side of the net. 5-3 the score. Mountaineers still lead. See a substitution. as we will see Holland step in for Rogers. And it'll be Janowski back to serve. Ellenberg, Hillier with the set, looking for kill to... Valdepraz going for the kill. And Kildepraz, or Valdepraz is what you're actually supposed to say, but Valdepraz does lead the team in kills, so I guess that's going to be the nickname, Kildepraz. 6-3, Hawks trail. Hillier with the fake set. This time the Mountaineers are ready for it, looking for Santana. Santana gets it over. Rogers keeps it up, and we'll see Hillier pump it over. Mountaineers on the counter. Santana with the attack through the heads of Hillier. Another point for the Mountaineers. They lead 7-3. They have surged in this second set. And we see a courtside official having a word with Coach Duns again. Coach Duns will take a seat. Coach and Martin will be back to serve. Here's the set by Hillier. Valdepraz with the kill. Izzy Valdepraz, there's your evidence right there on how she became the kill leader for these Huntingdon Hawks. My goodness. Molly Wilson back to serve. We'll also see Rogers step back in. Wilson with the serve. Here's the set for Davila. Kept alive by the Hawks. Gets over. The Mountaineers couldn't quite get to that one. Amanda Castro-Diaz couldn't quite get a clean enough dig for Torres to get a hold of it. Wilson back to serve. Castro-Diaz. Davila for De La Torre, who gets it over. And Valdepraz keeps it alive. Wilson with the set. Mountaineers keep things going. Cora bumping it up for Santana, gets it over. Diving dig by Rogers. There's the attack by Ellenberg. I think she just waited a little too long to swing on that one. 8-5. Mountaineers leading. We'll see Fleming sub in for Santana. Fleming will be back to serve. Fleming with the serve. Now one touches down in the corner. Looked like it had, coming off her hand, it looked like it was going to sail for a bit, but it just managed to sink at the right time. 9-5, Mountaineers lead. Fleming with the serve again. Rogers there to receive it this time. Wilson. This time it gets over. Off of Cora and off of Diaz. Credit that one a kill for Holland. Valdepraz, the ace and kill leader, back to serve for the Hawks. Torres setting up for Davila. Davila sends that one to the side of the net. 9-7. Mountaineers lead. Valdepraz closing it in, and Valdepraz wasn't very happy with that ball, so I guess she just wanted to make a brief exchange there. Valdepraz with the serve. Cora. Set by Torres, looking for Taylor Torre. Blocked up front, sent to the hardwood. 9-8, Hawks. They are flying back. Valdepraz back to serve yet again. Cora. Torres looking for Taylor Torre. Pops it over, doesn't find the line. No, it does not. That sails on her. 9-9. Hawks even things up. So the Mountaineers are off to a fast start. Now the Hawks, they've rallied and they have made this incredibly close. Tied things up. Valdepraz back to serve. Torres with the set, looking for Fleming. Fleming gets it through. Valdepraz. Wilson looking for Holland. Holland, that one soared on her. But it's tipped up front, or it was a legal set of some kind. Maybe someone touched the net. I'm not really sure. A whistle that does not go in favor of the Mountaineers, and the Hawks take the lead here in set number 2. They lead 10-9. Valdepraz back to serve yet again. Torres with the set for De La Torre, who gets it over this time. Set by Wilson for Valdepraz, and this time Diaz was ready. Fleming off the set. Rogers with a diving dig to keep it alive. Wilson ends up setting it up for Looked like it was Ellenberg. De La Torre gets it over. Rogers pops it up. Wilson with the set, looking for Holland. Through the hands of Diaz. Another point for the Huntingdon Hawks. 11-9 the score. Valdepraz is back to serve, and we'll see a timeout called by Berea. 11-9 the score. 1-0. Hawks lead in the sets. And a chance to go up 2-0. We'll see how they do coming out of this timeout break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. 11-9 the score. Mountaineers trail against the Huntingdon Hawks. Huntingdon Hawks have rallied here in the second set. They took the first set by a final score of 25-17. Now they lead 11-9 after the Mountaineers came off to a surging start at the start of the second set. Valdepraz is back to serve yet again for these Huntingdon Hawks. Cora. Set by Torres. Looking for De La Torre. Gets it through and gets a kill. Deanna De La Torre gets that kill home, and now she'll be back to serve. Castro Diaz will be subbed out with Ocasio-Finesca. De La Torre back to serve. Rogers. Wilson with the set. Looking for Holland, kept up by Cora. De La Torre for Finesco, gets it over. Valdepraz, Wilson, Holland, kept up somehow, and Fleming gets it over with a diving bump. Wilson, blocked up front. Ellenberg just mistimed that jump a little bit. Mountaineers were ready, and they even things up 11 aside. We're not even at the halfway point of this set. De La Torre back to serve yet again. Valdepraz, set by Wilson. Looking for Ellenberg. Cora keeps it up. Finesca. De La Torre gets it over. Valdepraz keeps it up. Wilson looking for Holland. Into the side. Can't tell if it was blocked or not. May have just gone straight into the side of the net. I'm not sure. But the Mountaineers take a 12-11 lead. De La Torre back to serve yet again. Rogers with a diving reception there. No one at home to keep it going. An ace for De La Torre. 13-11. Mountaineers take a 2-point lead. And they pass the halfway point of this second set. Cora keeps it up. Finesca for Fleming. Actually, that wasn't Fleming. That was Torres. But I wanted to, it wasn't Finesca. It was Torres. There we go. Get your names in a row. 14-11, the Mountaineers hold strong. We see a timeout on the court. 14-11, the Mountaineers currently lead right now. We've seen 5 service aces out there for the Mountaineers, 3 for the Hawks. 4 service errors for the Mountaineers here in this one. So far, only 1 for the Huntingdon Hawks. Service errors were an issue for the Mountaineers in that last game, as was an issue for the Lions. That being said, the Lions managed to make more errors and still come out with a win. So if we learned anything, it's that service errors don't necessarily reciprocate into losses. But they can if you're not careful. We've also seen a blocking error on part of Berea. We've seen 3 total blocks out there for Berea, 1 for the Hawks. What's really plagued the Hawks has been the reception errors. 5 reception errors versus 3 for Huntingdon. But their hitting percentage has been off the charts. Here's the set for Ellenberg, kept alive. Fineska sends it over. Rogers with the bump. Wilson with the set, looking for Holland. Holland gets it over. Popped up off of the ceiling. He gets over there. Torres with the bump over. Hawks let it go as that one goes out. 14-12. The Hawks trail, actually. Rogers is back to serve. There's the set. Davilo with the finish. Oh my gosh. There was some anger out there. Also, we see Alexandra Castro-Diaz out there for the Mountaineers. Assuming that's Amanda's sister. Amanda's younger sister, Alexandra. So Castro-Diaz's out there for Berea. We've seen them both make appearances in today's tri-match. 16-12, Davila's back to serve. Wilson setting it up. And we'll see Chambers. Actually, that's not Chambers, that's Janowski. Janowski gets the finish. We'll see Hillier come in. We'll also see Chambers sub in for Wilson. Hillier back to serve. Off of Fleming, careening off of Torres. Very wonky reception there. Torres couldn't quite get anything really solid to set up after that serve. 16-14, Huntingdon leads. Hillier back to serve yet again. Fineska gets it over, and then we'll see a Hawks the counterattack. And Janowski overshoots her mark a little bit. 17-14, Berea leads. Martin will sub in for Fleming. Torres back to serve. Popped up. There's a great set by Hillier. Janowski with another attacking error as that one sails on her yet again. So a few attacks from Janowski. Just seems to get away from her. Coach Stunnage with a word for his team. Torres back to serve yet again. 18-14. Oh, I know what happened in 18-14. The War of 1812 was still going on, so I don't know why it's called the War of 1812. It just started in 1812. Hillier. Rogers bumps it over. There's the feed to Fineska. It's kept alive by the Hawks. Valdepraz will pop it over. Fineska. Torres with the set for Santana. Santana's blocked up front. Cora sets it up. Torres, a set for Santana. Gets it through. Gets it down. 19-14. All right, 19-14. Here we go again, Matt. What happened in 1914? You need to answer this question. Torres is back to serve. See Rogers. Here's the wind up from Chambers. Hillier sang it up for Ellenberg. It gets through, kept up by Castro-Diaz. Torres for Fineska. Fineska, that one sailed on her just a bit. Point for the Hawks. 19-15 the score now. Let's see what Dr. Google has to say happened in 1950. The first German Zeppelin raid on England. Well, that's not very bright. It's not very happy. 1916 the score now. Woodrow Wilson was elected into office in 1916. Who knew? Ellenberg back to serve. Diaz. Fineska keeps it up. Diaz will take it over. Ellenberg set by Hillier. Looking for Chambers on the run. Chambers gets the finish. That's such a flex and such finesse to get that kind of a finish on the run like that. Ellenberg back to serve for Huntingdon. 19-17 the score. Cora. Torres. Fineska with the finish. Blocked up front. Martin ends up tipping it over. And, oh my goodness, Valdepraz with a violent finish. Ends up ricocheting it off those blockers up front as that one gets directed into the hardwood. 19-18, the Mountaineers lead. They're 6 points away from taking this second set. Ellenberg back to serve. So the Hawks look to rally. We'll see a timeout called on Berea. Coach Dunnan's looking for a few words for his team. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'll let you know what happened in the year of 1918. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. 1918, the score. You want to know what happened in 1918? It was the end of World War I. We'll see if we see the end of set number 2 in this one. Chambers is back to serve. Santana with the attack. Santana with the kill. Santana finding a way to force that one through the blockers of those Huntingdon Hawks. 20-18 the score. Okay, 2018, that's pretty easy. Finesca back to serve. Off of Rogers, it's an ace. 21-18. All right, let's look at 18-21. What happened in 18-21? Nothing at the top of my head. I have to resort to Dr. Google for answers for that one, or the history professor, Dr. Franklin. There's another kill for the Huntingdon Hawks. Make it a 2-point lead for the Mountaineers. That kill. Just credit to Janowski. I had to search for that one a little bit. Another point credit to the Hawks. As we will see. I believe it was an attacking error on the side of Mountaineers. De La Torre pops it up. Torres for De La Torre, blocked up front. De La Torre keeps up Santana, tips it over. Ellenberg, set by Hillier, looking for Chambers, and Chambers gets that one over. And just like that, the Huntingdon Hawks tie things up late in set number 2. 21 all. Janowski back to serve for the Hawks. De La Torre. Torres with the set for Santana, who gets it over. Kept up by the Hawks, but not up long enough. A point for the Mountaineers, 22-21. And this seems like a good time to remind all of you listeners who don't know that much about volleyball, you need to win by 2 to claim the set. Martin with the serve. That one just gets away. Was a little bit off target. 22 wall. Molly Wilson will be back to serve for the Hawks. We'll see Castro Diaz set by Torres. Santana gets it through. Santana through the block. It lands on the side of the Hawks. 23-22, the Mountaineers lead. Berea 2 points away. But the Hawks have been going back and forth with the Mountaineers here in this set. Fleming is back to serve. That one's out. Fleming a little too much on that serve. So that one extends past that back line. Valdepraz is back to serve for the Hawks. The kill and ace leader. When you're down by 2, first person to get 2 points back to back will technically claim this set. And if we don't get back to back, it's going to be a while. Fleming, Craig with the kill. She gets that one over. Rogers not able to get a hold of that one. A diving dig attempt just doesn't make it. De La Torre's back to serve, 24-23. Set point opportunity for the Mountaineers. Hawks look to get a point to extend this set. Wilson with the set. Now it's popped up by Cora off the backboard. Oh boy, we're looking at an extensive set here. 24 all. First person to lead by 2 claims the set. We'll see the libero for Huntingdon. Rogers back to serve. Hannah Rogers with the serve. Fleming. Torres for Finesca. That one's not tipped up front, and it's long. 25-24, Huntingdon leads. Berea not wanting to let this set number 2 escape from them. And had a chance to close it out. Rogers with the serve. Castro Diaz, set by Torres. Forward to Vilo, sends it into the side of the net. The Huntingdon Hawks, in dramatic fashion, take set number 2, 26-24. Oh my goodness, and I thought 25-23 was the slimmest margins we could see. 26-24. That shows just how tight this whole set was. Wow. Hawks take a 2-0 set lead right now. We'll see if that momentum will carry over into set number 3, or if we'll see Berea respond in set number 3. So don't go anywhere. We'll take a break. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. We enter set number 3. The Huntingdon Hawks lead 2-0 against the Berea Mountaineers. Berea coming off of a 5-set loss to the Lions in game number 1. I think we're just seeing the fatigue set in on this team. Yeah, a chance to close things out in set number 2, but the Hawks managed to rally at just the right time, and we saw them take set number 2 from the Mountaineers by a final score of 26-24. Now we go into set number 3. It's do or die for the Berea Mountaineers. They'd hate to drop both the games in this tri-match. If they don't, though, it makes things exciting for the game coming up between the Huntingdon Hawks and the Piedmont Lions. Lions have had a chance to rest. That being said, for the Hawks, they just seem tireless out. They don't seem weary at all. Hillier back to serve. Ramich. De La Torre setting up. McCullough gets it over. Is it tipped? Yes, it was. Point awarded to the Mountaineers to start things off. McCullough back to serve yet again. When I say yet again, she just got the point. That's why I say yet again. McCullough back to serve. Rogers. Hillier with the set. Going cross for Janowski. It's popped up by McCullough. De La Torre for Santana. Popped up by Valdepraz. Hillier for Ellenberg. Kept up by De La Torre. Santana with the attack. Santana sails there. 1-1. Score is tied. This one's a give to Ellenberg back to serve. It's been an exciting match between these two teams so far. Ramich with the attack. Ramich with the kills. That one gets deflected off those blockers, and no Hawks. They're able to flock to that one. Martin is back to serve for the Mountaineers. 2-1 the lead. Popped up by Rogers. Hillier with the set for Valdepraz. Mountaineers aren't able to get to it. We're tied up at 2. De La Torre setting up for Santana. Kept up by the Hawks. Hillier setting it up for Valdepraz. Kept alive by the by the Mountaineers. Davila gets it over. Ellenberg. Hillier with the bump over. McCullough. De La Torre setting up for Ramich. Gets it through. Hillier sends it up. Ellenberg with the set. Looking for Valdepraz. Valdepraz gets it in between Santana, Davila, and the net. 3-2. And Janowski will go back to serve for the Hawks. Wasting no time. McCullough. De La Torre setting up for Ramich. Ramich kept alive by Valdepraz. Hillier looking for Holland. It's kept alive by the Mountaineers. Ramich. This time she gets it through and misses the mark. Actually, no, it was tipped up front. So a point for the Mountaineers. Evens things up at 3 apiece. Torres will be back to serve for the Mountaineers. We'll see Santana and De La Torre step off momentarily. Torres is back to serve. That one's out. So that one just sails on Torres a little bit. 4-3 the score. See substitutions come in. Hillier and Chambers will step off. Wilson's back to serve yet again. Ramich. Set by Torres. Looking for Fleming. Fleming, give her the kill there. Oh my goodness, that wasn't just a kill. That, ooh, what's the, I don't want to think of the most brutal way to get a kill, but that was like a kill you would see at the end of Final Fantasy. Valdepraz with the attack. Cora. Davila sends it over, kept alive by the Hawks. Wilson with the set. Kept up by Cora, kept alive by the Mountaineers just for the time being, though. McCullough and Cora really putting their bodies on the line there. Fleming tried to chase that one down, not able to. Ramich will be subbed out. We'll see Valdepraz back to serve. 5-4 the score. Hawks lead. Here's the set for Davila. Davila with the kill. Oh my goodness, Brenda Davila. 5-5 the score, and Davila gets the kill, and we'll go back to serve. We'll see Martin sub in. Davila with the serve. Valdepraz, Wilson. And blocked up front by Martin. Martin ready again. This one's sent up. Ellenberg sets it over. Davila. Torres popped over by McCullough. Wilson with the set. Looking for Holland, and my gosh, was that a missile? Lindsay Holland just puts her hand through it, and I thought we stopped the Apollo launches for NASA. Hannah Rogers back to serve. Diaz, Torres with the set, looking for Fleming. It's kept alive by the Hawks just for a little bit. Sent over the side of the net and just careens out of bounds. 6-6 the score. De La Torre subs in for Fleming. Santana subs in for Torres. So it'll be Martin, Santana, McCullough, Cora, Diaz, and De La Torre. Here's the setup. Blocked up front. Janowski tried to send it over, but the Mountaineers were ready. De La Torre back to serve. 7-6. Berea leads. De La Torre back to serve. Valdepraz. Wilson with the set. Looking for Janowski. A whistle blown. Appeared to be an illegal set for the Mountaineers. Not for the Mountaineers, but for the Hawks. Mountaineers are correct with the point. They lead 8-6 here in set number 3. Trying to break the broomsticks. We've seen a lot of sweeps in the baseball playoffs. We don't want to see the sweeps here in volleyball if you're a Berea fan. Rogers looking for Ellenberg. Cora tried to get a good, solid dig on that one. Got the shovel in the dirt. But let's just say when she scooped it up, the dirt just fell right off the shovel. Just not able to get a solid scoop off there. 8-7 the score. Berea takes the lead after an attacking error. Hillier back to serve. Actually, that was an attacking error by Brenda Davila. Still 8-7. Berea leads. De La Torre sang it up for McCullough. That appeared to have gotten off the fist of Hannah Rogers. It'll be credited as a kill for the Mountaineers. 9-7 the lead. Here in set number 3. McCullough with the serve. Rogers pops it up. Hillier looking for Janowski. Janowski overshoots it. 10-7. We see the lead grow for the Mountaineers. McCullough back to serve yet again. Rogers. Hillier for Janowski. Blocked up front. Kept alive by Ellenberg. Hillier with the set. Ellenberg will pop it over. Cora. De La Torre. Ramich. Kept up by Rogers. Hillier with the set. Looking for Valdepraz. Kept off of De La Torre. Cora pops it up. De La Torre. Ramich with the attack. Ramich with the kill. We do see a whistle though. It looks like it was an illegal set for the Mountaineers. Just when they thought they were going to squeak out of that one with a point. Goes to the side of the Hawks, and Ellenberg will be back to serve. Ellenberg sends that one into the side of the net. 11-8. Mountaineers lead. Martin back to serve. Valdepraz. Hillier with the setup for Janowski. De La Torre. Now go off of Ramich as Ramich tries to send this one into the rafters. Well, Ramich tries to send it over, ends up sending it up rather than out. A little too much up, a little too much, not enough out. Martin will be subbed out. Janowski back to serve. McCullough. Set by De La Torre. Santana with the attack. Santana will get the point for the Mountaineers. Hawks not able to get to that one. 12-9, Mountaineers lead. Rogers will sub in. Torres will sub in, as will Fleming for the Mountaineers. De La Torre and Santana will swap out. Janowski will sub out for the Hawks. Valdepraz. Hillier with the set, actually making a fake set. Torres was ready. Cora with the bump. And my goodness, was that a cannon firing? No, it was Fleming with the attack. That one goes off of the blockers up front for the Huntingdon Hawks. Mountaineers lead 13-9. Torres back to serve for Berea. That one goes into the side of the net. 13-10 the score. Molly Wilson will sub in for Chambers. And we will see Sarah Scott sub in for Hillier. Appears to have just been the same players over and over and over again for these Huntingdon Hawks. Incredibly well rested. Molly Wilson with a serve. That one goes into the side of the net. 14-10, Berea leads. Ramich will be back to serve. It's Ramich, Torres, Cora, McCullough, Davila, and Fleming out there for Berea. Here's the attack blocked up front, and we'll see a whistle. Apparently it was not blocked up front. It just went into the side of the net. So we see a ruling for more than 3 hits. 15-10, Berea leads here in set number 3. Hawks have a 2-0 set lead. Berea looking to avoid the clean sweep here in match number 2. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Ramage back to serve for Berea. They lead 15-10 here in set number 3 with a chance to avoid the sweep. Fleming keeps it alive. Cora. McCullough bumps it over with a reversal. Wilson with the setup. Chambers with the kill. Correction, that was not Chambers. That was actually Sarah Scott. Valdepraz back to serve for the Hawks. 15-11 the score. Valdepraz back to serve. Cora, set by Torres. Looking for McCullough, and McCullough gets the finish. 16-11. Mountaineers are 9 points away from taking set number 3. We'll see Martin sub in. Cora will step out. Davila back to serve. Valdepraz, Wilson with the set. Looking for Scott, kept alive. Torres, Mountaineers can't get to it. 16-12 the score. 16-12, 16-12. What happened in 16-12? Well, if you're a Scooby-Doo nerd like I am, allegedly Basscast the Pirate sailed the seas in 16-12. That was in the Hassle in the Castle episode. Yeah, I'm a geek. Get over it. 17-12, Mountaineers get the point off of the hand of Fleming. Lindy Fleming, she has been outstanding. 6 total kills for the Mountaineers, for her specifically. She's 3rd on the team so far. De La Torre is back to serve. Actually, Fleming is tied for 2nd. Let me correct myself there. De La Torre with the serve. Valdepraz, Wilson with the set. Looking for Janowski. It's popped up by De La Torre. Santana with the cross bump. McCullough gets it over. Rogers keeps it going. Wilson with the set. Looking for Ellenberg, but it's kept alive. McCullough looking for the counterattack for Berea. Ends up sending it into the side of the net. 17-13 the score. Okay, 17-13. What happened in 17-13? Or maybe I can think of something that happened in 13-17. Maybe I just can't go back that far. Hillier back to serve. McCullough, De La Torre with the setup for Santana. Hillier pops it up. Rogers with the bump. And Janowski's rejected up front by Hannah Martin. Wow. I haven't seen a vicious rejection like that since when I was in high school and I saw a kid ask a girl to homecoming. Back to serve is Berea. Hillier with the setup for Valdepraz, kept alive by the Mountaineers. Martin was looking for the kill there. That did not go so well. Ellenberg will step back to serve. 18-14 the score. Well, in 18-14 we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. There you go. 19-14 the score now. Berea gets the point. Martin will be back to serve. Kill credit to Vanessa Ramich. Martin back to serve. Rogers. Hillier with the set. Looking for Janowski. Kept alive by McCullough. De La Torre setting up for Ramich. Ramich gets it through. Ramich gets it down. Back-to-back kills for Vanessa Ramich. Back-to-back points for the Mountaineers. 20-14 the score right now. Mountaineers lead. So we see a timeout called by the head coach for Huntingdon. 20-14 here in set number 3. Mountaineers, they have looked strong here in set number 3. If you have to think, if Mountaineers win this set number 3, it's just building momentum into a possible set number 4, and we could see Mountaineers maybe potentially carry that momentum into that 4th set. Who knows? Maybe we might even see another set number 5. I don't know. Anything can happen. 30 seconds until teams break the huddle. I'll just take a breather in the meantime. So don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. We're about to have the buzzer go off. 20-14 the score right now. Hannah Martin back to serve for Berea. She has been outstanding as a force up front. 4 total blocks for her just in this game. That leads everybody out there on the hardwood. Hillier's going to keep it alive for Ellenberg, who gets it over. De La Torre pops it up. Martin with the bump, looking for Santana. Santana gets it through the blockers up front. 21-14, Mountaineers lead. Martin back to serve yet again. Rogers, Hillier with the set, looking for Janowski. Kept alive by Martin. De La Torre looking for Santana, gets it through. Hillier keeps it alive. Rogers for Valdepraz. Martin, De La Torre, setting up for Ramich. Ramich gets it through. Valdepraz keeps it alive. Hillier with the fake set, kept alive by De La Torre. Another point for the Mountaineers as that attack goes awry. 22-14. Mountaineers lead by 8. They're 3 points away from breaking the broomsticks. Rogers. Hillier with the set for Valdepraz. Kept alive by De La Torre. Santana for Martin, who ends up getting it over. Hillier. Rogers for Ellenberg. Kept up by De La Torre. McCullough. Davila sends it over. Hillier with the set for Valdepraz. Kept alive. Valdepraz. Down on the side of Berea. This is Valdepraz with the attack. McCullough. De La Torre with the set. Looking for Ramich. Ramich gets it over. Valdepraz keeps it alive. Hillier with the setup for Chambers, blocked up front by Davila. Hillier with the setup. This time Janowski gets it over. Martin keeps it alive. De La Torre for Santana. Santana pops it over the top. Popped up. Rogers. Valdepraz gets it over. Davila. De La Torre set up for Davila, who tips it over just effortlessly. Hillier for Valdepraz. Kept up by McCullough. De La Torre for Santana. Oh my gosh, what a rally. And a point for Santana and the Mountaineers. Credit that one a kill for Santana. Oh my gosh. That felt to have gone for 2 minutes. I could have brushed my teeth and the FDA will have approved of it. Or maybe I'm thinking of the health organization. There you go. That's how, H-O-W, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's WHO. The World Health Organization. It's WHO. My mistake. The wrong questioning with a W. Janowski gets it through. Do the Mountaineers keep it alive? For the time being, yes. And we see a stumble as we see the players careen through the net. 23-15. Mountaineers 2 points away. Martin will sub out. So we'll see Amelie Cora step in. We'll see a towel to wipe off the perspiration on the hardwood. Look at the Mountaineers, looking out for their fellow competitors. Good sportsmanship there. Don't want anyone to get hurt. Janowski's back to serve for the Hawks. Here's the serve. McCullough, De La Torre set for Davila. Davila! Oh my gosh, that was... Woo. Oh my word. That was a violent finish by Davila. Holy smokes, was that Thor's hammer she used there? My gosh. Set point for the Mountaineers. Torres is back to serve. Fleming is also out there. Hawks trail by 9. They need a heck of a rally to push back in this one. Hillier with the set. Valdez with the attack. Kept alive by the Mountaineers. Looking for Ramage. Ramage gets it through. Ramage with the kill. Mountaineers take set number 3. Put the broomsticks back in the closet. We're going to set number 4. As the Mountaineers win set number 3 by 10. My goodness. That's one heck of a momentum builder going into set number 4. And I would hate to be out there on the floor against those Berea Mountaineers right about now. They are heating up at just the right time. We'll see if the Hawks can cool them down in set number 4, and maybe they'll walk out of here with a win in match number 2 as they get set to face Piedmont later. Don't go anywhere. This is Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Matt Kudrowski here in Cave Arena. The voice is still alive for now. We go into set number 4. Hawks lead the Mountaineers 2-1. Hawks claim the first 2 sets. Mountaineers, they have since responded in resounding fashion. They claimed set number 3 in a 25-15 final score. You win the set by 10. That's a heck of a statement to make going into the following set. So Berea slams the broomsticks back in the closet. Now we'll see if they can make a response here. Maybe if they can push things to set number 5 again. Who knows? De La Torre back to serve for the Mountaineers. Also out there is Ramich, Cora, Santana, McCullough, and Martin. Out there for the Hawks. Appears to be Chambers, Janowski, Rogers, Hillier, Ellenberg, and Valdepraz. Hillier tried to make a play there. Ends up setting it underneath the net. First points awarded to the Mountaineers. De La Torre back to serve. Valdepraz. Hillier for Janowski. Gets it over. Gets it through. Score's tied up at 1. Ellenberg back to serve for the Hawks. Ramich. There's the setup for Santana. Gets it over. Hillier keeps it alive. Rogers looking for Janowski, who sends it into the side of the net. 2-1 Mountaineers lead. McCullough back to serve for Berea. Rogers. Hillier gets it over. Martin. Ramich for Santana, gets it over and fights it over with Valdepraz. Janowski gets it over. Here's the setup for Santana, blocked up front but kept alive. Looking for Ramich. Ramich gets it over. Rogers keeps it alive. Hillier with the setup for Valdepraz. De La Torre. Cora. Santana gets it over. Janowski. Hillier with the setup for Chambers. Chambers gets the kill. How about Kennedy Chambers? Slamming the gavel onto the stand, if you will. We're tied up at 2. Looking to mop up a little bit more, sweat, if you will. I'm trying to think of an alternate word for sweat. Perspiration has already been used. If someone could think of a synonym, please make sure to let me know. Point for the Mountaineers as that one ends up getting sent up into the stands and off the railing of the catwalk. Martin back to serve. Valdepraz. Hillier with the setup. Looking for Chambers. Gets it over. Martin keeps it going. De La Torre looking for Ramich. Ramich is blocked up front. Martin keeps it alive. De La Torre looking for Santana. Santana. That one sails on Julie Santana a little bit. Point awarded to the Huntingdon Hawks. Molly Wilson will sub in for Chambers. And we'll see Scott sub in for Hillier. Molly Wilson back to serve. Ramich set up for Davila off of Wilson. Point awarded to the Mountaineers. 4-3 the score. See substitutions made. Torres comes in for Santana. Fleming comes in for De La Torre. Torres will be back to serve. Torres with the serve. Into the side of the net. She's been back to serve a lot so far today. I don't blame her for messing up on a couple of those serves. Valdepraz with the serve. Ramich didn't get a good, clean reception. And that will be a point for the Hawks. 5-4 the score. Hawks lead. Valdepraz back to serve. Ramich, clean reception that time. Cora looking for Ramich. Ramich gets the kill and the finish. We're tied up at 5. Ramich back to serve. One thing about these Berea Mountaineers, they sure do know how to keep the games close and keep the games exciting. We saw it with the game against Piedmont in the last game, and we're seeing one right now against these Huntingdon Hawks here. In match number 2, they keep things close, they keep things interesting. They must be well conditioned if they're going to keep pushing 4 or 5 set games like this. Chambers is blocked up front. Wilson sends it over. Ramich set by Torres, looking for Fleming. Fleming is blocked up front. Torres keeps it up. Cora. This time's another bump. This time Fleming gets it over off the blockers for the Hawks. Another point for the Mountaineers. It's 7-5. Ramich back to serve yet again. Ellenberg dumped down by Davila. Davila put that one down like a bad habit. 8-5 Mountaineers lead here in set number 4. Ramage sends it over. Ellenberg set by Wilson, looking for, I believe that was Holland, and Holland gets the kill. Holland subbed out with Janowski. Rogers will step in for Huntingdon. We'll see Ramage substituted out with the elder of the two Diaz sisters. The Castro Diaz sisters. 2-part last names. Wilson with the bump up for Valdepraz. Valdepraz! A little too much mustard behind that one. 9-6. The Mountaineers lead. Davila's back to serve. Lions are warming up over here up in the catwalk, looking on. Wilson with the set. Looking for Janowski. Davila keeps it alive. McCullough. Martin was looking to meet it up at the top of the net. It ends up going and grazing off of Sarah Scott, who kind of sidewinded it into the hardwood. 9-7. Mountaineers lead. Hillier back to serve. Castro Diaz. Dumped down in front by Chambers. Chambers reaching back on her shoulder there. Not really sure what happened. Something got tweaked. Fleming is blocked up front by Chambers and Ellenberg. Chambers sure seems to be good right now. We're all tied up at 9. Hillier back to serve yet again for the Hawks. Castro Diaz. We see Torres go flying into the stat table. She appears to be okay. But the Hawks have rallied here in set number 3. Set number 4. Correction. They lead 10-9. See a timeout called. We're going to take a brief break. Don't go anywhere. Action just seems to be getting started here in this set. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. We're through 3 sets here in match number 2. I'm through 3 water bottles so far today. We have number 3, Hillier for the Hawks, back to serve. Jesse Hillier. 10-9 the Hawks lead after just taking the lead away from the Mountaineers, who have led for most of this set number 4. Here's the set for Fleming. It's kept alive by McCullough. Fleming will bump it over. Rogers is ready. Here's the set from Hillier. Ellenberg gets over. Cora ends up setting it over. What a magical, miraculous play. Diaz, Torres, and Diaz manages to get it over. And the magic stops there as Ellenberg punches that one into the blockers up front. Martin and Fleming just get the ball caught between themselves and the netting. 11-9 Hawks lead. Hillier back to serve. Castro Diaz. Here's the set for Martin. Martin gets it through. Can the Hawks get it over? Yes, they can. Torres. Fleming for McCullough. McCullough gets it over. McCullough gets it down. Just down in between the stripes. 11-10. Mountaineers trail by 1. De La Torre will go back to serve. Fleming will also be subbed out with Santana. De La Torre with the serve. That one's off. 12-10. Hawks lead. Ellenberg back to serve. Eva Ellenberg and these Hawks, they have soared so far. They just have not seemed to back down this entire game. Santana with the attack, kept up by Hillier. Rogers for Chambers, kept alive by De La Torre. McCall looking for Santana. Santana gets it through. Rogers keeps it up. Hillier with the set, looking for Ellenberg. Ellenberg gets it through and down. 13-10, the Hawks lead. Ellenberg will step back to serve yet again. Ellenberg with the serve. McCullough, De La Torre for Santana. Santana gets it through. Rogers keeps it up. Hillier with the set, looking for Valdepraz. Valdepraz gets the kill. Paints the corner on that left back corner. 14-10, Hawks lead. It's set number 4. Ellenberg back to serve. Hawks need 11 to close out this match. Off of Castro Diaz. Credit that an ace to Eva Ellenberg. 15-10 the score. Back to serve again. This time Ellenberg is off the mark, and it looks like it went off the thigh of the sideline official. There's a little jokey gesture to the knee, almost like Travis Kelce faking his knee injury going into week 2 of the NFL. McCullough with the serve. Hillier with the setup, looking for Valdepraz, who bumps it over. Martin sends it up. De La Torre setting it up for Santana, who pops it over, and that one gets down. Finds a window in the Bermuda Triangle of Hawks over there. McCullough back to serve. Mountaineers trail by 3. They seem to be rallying. Coach is talking to De La Torre, but the action's going on. Look out. De La Torre was ready. Here's the dig. Cora for Ramich, blocked up front. Cora back to Ramich. Ramich gets it through this time. Off of Hillier, and the Hawks can't get to it. Another point for the Berea Mountaineers. 15-13 the score. Hawks lead. But the Hawks, actually no, the Mountaineers just seem to be rallying here. McCullough with the serve. That one gets over. And that one does not get, yes it does. Rogers makes it happen. De La Torre with the fake set. And Mountaineers squeak out another point. They trail by 1. 3 unanswered points, and we see a timeout called by the Huntingdon Hawks. 15-14 the score. Mountaineers once again keeping things close here in set number 4. The Hawks trying to close out match number 2 after taking the first 2, but Mountaineers, they gained momentum going after that last set. It's a tightly contested one here in set number 4, and we'll see how it concludes in just a minute. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Piedmont not out there on the hardwood, but they will be in a little bit. We'll see if it'll come after set number 4 or possibly if we see him go to set number 5. McCullough, that serve does not get there. That wasn't what she was looking for, as that one goes into the side of the net, and that cuts off 3 unanswered points for the Mountaineers. 16-14 the score. Hawks lead. Janowski back to serve. Ramich. De La Torre with the set. Santana gets it over. Surprisingly, no one went into the net there. McCullough, set by De La Torre. And that one ends up going into the territory of the Hawks. And Holland was ready to tip that one over. De La Torre, not where she wanted to position that set for her teammate. 17-14, the Hawks lead. De La Torre setting up for Ramich. Kept alive. Martin was ready, and Martin gets the finish up front. Hannah Martin just happened to be the aggressor over at the front of the net, and it results in the point. And now she will go over to the backcourt, and she will be back to serve. I don't know why I said backcourt, but it's back row. 17-15. Hillier with the setup. And a block up front off of the attack from Chambers. There's another attack by Holland and another block by Davila and Santana. Oh my goodness. 17-16. Mountaineers trail by 1. They are pretty hot right now. Martin back to serve. Valdepraz. Hillier with the set for Valdepraz. That one gets through. Valdepraz with the kills. That one gets through the outstretched fingertips and arms of Santana and Davila. 18-16 the score. Molly Wilson back to serve for the Hawks, as she will come in for Hillier. McCullough, Santana pops it up. Cora sends it over. Ellenberg, set by Wilson, looking for Valdepraz. Valdepraz gets it over, but Valdepraz carries it too far past that back line. 18-17 the score. Berea coming back now. We'll see Fleming come in for De La Torre. We'll see Santana be subbed out for Torres. Torres will be back to serve. Torres with the serve. Ellenberg. Wilson with the set, looking for Valdepraz. Valdepraz. McCullough's ready with the dig. Santana. Sorry, Davila gets it through. Davila gets it through the block as that one gets into the hardwood. We're tied up at 18, and Torres will go back to serve. Another close match, another close set late as Berea looks to push things to set number 5 yet again. Torres gets it over. Davila ready to put down some punishment there. It looks like somebody touched the net for the Hawks. 19-18. Berea takes the lead late in set number 4. Torres back to serve. Torres with the serve. Ellenberg, set by Wilson, looking for Holland. Manages to stay up. Fleming with the pop over the top. Valdepraz keeps it up. Wilson for, I believe that was Chambers. No, it was Scott. Scott with the finish. As the Mountaineers aren't able to hang on to that one. We're tied up at 19, and Valdepraz back to serve. She is the ace leader and kill leader for the Hawks. McCullough, set by Torres, looking for Ramich. Ramich gets the finish. 20-19. Getting more modern with these years. Ramich is back to serve. Maybe I should be more challenging and go with 19-20 and see what happened then. Wilson, Rogers pumps it over. Cora, set by Torres. Davila gets it in. Gets it between Holland and the net. 21-19. Berea leads. Ramich back to serve yet again. Valdepraz. Wilson. Ellenberg gets it over. Cora keeps it alive. Set by Torres. Looking for Fleming. And Fleming finds the back row as that one touches down just inside the back line. 22-19. The Mountaineers lead late in set number 4. A chance to even up the set total at 2 aside. Right now the message for the Huntingdon Hawks coach. Come on, we need to finish things out here. We led by two sets to nothing, and now we're about to let them push us to set number 5. One thing about the Mountaineers, they love to push these to the later sets. They love to push these to sets 4, maybe push them to set 5. I don't know, but one thing about these Mountaineers, they love to fight. That has been evident so far today. If you haven't taken anything away, know that the Berea Mountaineers love to make games really long and really exciting. And we'll see what we learn in the next game between the Lions and the Hawks. That was set to go at 4 o'clock. It's 4:33 right now, so I guess that's what happens when you see the first game go to 5 sets and the second game already go to 4 and start to flirt with the idea of set number 5. Ramich is back to serve. Ramich with the serve. Valdepraz. Rogers. The bump. Now Scott gets it over. Kept alive by the Mountaineers. Fleming gets it over. Popped up by Valdepraz. Wilson. for Ellenberg, kept up by Ramage. Torres for, was that Santana? No, that was McCullough. McCullough gets the finish. 23-19. Mountaineers are 2 points away from pushing it to set 5 again. Ramage back to serve. Kept up. Wilson with the punch. Rogers gets it over. That one's wayward. 24-19. Set point for the Mountaineers to take us to set number 5 in back-to-back matches. Ramage with the serve. Valdepraz. Wilson with the set. Looking for Ellenberg. Blocked up front. Valdepraz keeps it up. Wilson with the setup for, I believe that was Scott. Davila manages to find a way to get it over. Set by Wilson, looking for Scott. Scott overextends it. Berea takes set number 4, and we're tied up 2 sets apiece. Once again, going into set number 5, the Huntingdon Hawks, they won the first 2 sets, but Berea, oh my goodness, they took set number 3, 25-15. They take set number 4, 25-19. Now we go into set number 5. Once again, the Mountaineers trying to get in a race for the first 15 points, and my goodness, I thought for sure the Mountaineers would be gassed by this point if there was going to be back-to-back 5-set matches, but they seem to be having fun out there. They still seem energetic. Right now, the Hawks looking to try and get a grip of what's going on right now. We've only seen 9 players from the Hawks hit the hardwood so far in this match. Meanwhile, Berea, they are firing on all cylinders with what seems to be just about their entire roster. Coach Dunnins with Berea, he has a relentless team out there. Meanwhile, head coach for the Huntingdon Hawks, she has a team that is a lot of firepower, but they have just seemed to be the recipients of what seems to be Berea just bullying them out there. It's crazy to see how the momentum can just swing in the way it has. But now we'll see. Berea dropped set number 5 in the first game to the Lions. And that was a very, very tightly contested one. I believe the final score of that, if I'm not mistaken, was about 15-11, 15-12, something like that. We'll see how they do against Huntingdon. And we'll see if Huntingdon can bring back some of that fire that they had in the first 2 sets if they want to close things out. I have a couple of minutes before the start of set number 5. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. 24-karat magic from the one and only Bruno Mars filling the air. There has been some kind of magic in the air on the side for Berea. Huntingdon led 2-0 at the very start of this. And Berea, they just played a 5-set match in match number 1, and they managed to have rallied and win the next 2 sets. We're looking at set number 5 in match number 2. 2 matches, 10 sets in each of them. We'll see how this one goes. First to 15. Out there for Mountaineers, it'll be Martin, Santana, McCullough, Ramich, the libero Cora, and De La Torre. Out there for the Hawks, back to serve will be Hillier. Also out there will be Valdepraz, Rogers, appears to be Kenny Chambers, Janowski, and Ellenberg. Here's a serve. We're underway in set number 5, and we get things started with an ace. Jesse Hillier getting things started as the Hawks are flying out the door here in set number 5. This is what happened in set number 1 and 2. They got started hot. McCullough set by De La Torre for Santana. Santana pops it over. Was it blocked up front? Yes, it was. Now gets down on the hardwood on the side of Huntingdon. Mountaineers even things up at 1 apiece. 1-1 the score. Hillier with the setup for Ellenberg. De La Torre sends it up. Cora for Santana. Santana gets it through. 2-1 Mountaineers. McCullough back to serve yet again. Ellenberg. Hillier with the setup. Chambers with the attack and the kill. Oh my goodness. That one was just explosive. That was nuclear even. Ellenberg back to serve. Tied up at 2. Raymond sends it up. De La Torre for Santana. Santana gets it through. Ellenberg keeps it alive. Hillier with the set for Valdepraz, blocked up front. Valdepraz keeps it up. Hillier. And this time it goes off the schnoz of De La Torre. Credit that one to, I believe that was Emma Chambers. Sorry, Kennedy Chambers. I don't know why I keep thinking her first name is Emma. Eva Ellenberg back to serve. McCullough. De La Torre pops it up for Ramich. Ramich. That one sails as it doesn't manage to hit the picture frame. 4-2. Hawks lead in set number 5. Ellenberg is back to serve yet again. Whistle blown. That one's called on the Mountaineers. It'll be credited as a service ace. And it'll be 5-2 the score. Not really sure what exactly happened there. And it ends up going down as an ace for Ellenberg. 5-3. Or 5-4. I'm so sorry. Everything's just so confusing right now. Live stats have kind of backtracked somehow. And now we're looking at a 5-3 game. I think it's actually 5-4. Because the Mountaineers served the ball. Janowski, De La Torre, Martin for Santana. Santana gets it over. Hillier keeps it up. Rogers for Ellenberg. Ellenberg gets it over. Kept alive by McCullough. De La Torre for McCullough. Rogers keeps it up. Hillier for Valdepraz. And we see a whistle. It appeared to have been a legal set or some kind of double hit on the side of the Mountaineers. Martin will be subbed out with, I believe, Amelie Cora. Janowski. 6-3 is the score. Davila sends it over. Manages to be popped up. Here's the attack. Holland gets the kill. Cora is not able to get there. 7-3 the score. Timeout called by the Berea head coach. The Hawks are 1 point away from switching sides here in set number 5. This was kind of what happened to the Hawks early in set number 5 in their last match against the Lions. Set number 5 got away from them pretty quick. They managed to come back and keep things close, but just weren't able to achieve a comeback in a quick enough fashion. I guess that would be the what you're looking for there. Hawks lead by 4. They need 8 to take the set and take the match. Janowski will be back to serve for the Hawks. Also out there is Chambers, as well as Valdepraz, Ellenberg, Hillier, and Holland. Out there for the Mountaineers, it's Ramich, McCullough, Cora, Santana, De La Torre, and Davila. McCullough, De La Torre with the set. For Santana, Santana gets the kill. 7-4 is the score. Santana swapped out with Torres. We'll see Fleming come in for De La Torre. Torres will be back to serve. Same squad is out there for the Hawks. Torres with the serve. Valdepraz, Hillier with the setup for Valdepraz. Valdepraz with the kill. Oh my goodness. They say Falcons rise up. Well, so do Hawks apparently. And that's an aggressive way to switch sides going into set number 5. 8-4 the score right now. Hawks will go to side. Well, if you're looking at your camera view, it'll be on the left side. And the Mountaineers will make their way to the right side. We'll see Molly Wilson step in for Kenny Chambers. And we will see Scott come in for Hillier. Molly Wilson back to serve. Davila. Torres with the set for Ramich. Ramich is blocked up front, and that one is not going to touch down within the constraints to get a point. Mountaineers trail by 3. Ramich is back to serve. 8-5 is the score. That was a whistler. It was well out. 9-5 is the score. 9-5. It's a Dolly Parton score up there here in set number 5. Working 9-5, and both these teams sure are working. Hawks take a 10-5 lead as the Mountaineers aren't able to get to that one. Valdepraz will go back to serve yet again. Timeout call by the Berea head coach. Coach Dunnan's looking for any way to swing momentum back to his side here in set number 5. Set number 5 has seemingly gotten away from Berea just a little bit. Meanwhile, for the Hawks, they're feeling it right now. They're feeling great out there. And it looks like they're having a dance party in the middle of their team huddle. Hawks lead by 5, and they need 5 to close out set number 5. That's a lot of 5s. .447 is the current time. Who knows? For all we know, match number 3 might get started at 5 o'clock. Valdepraz is back to serve. Cora can't get to it. It's an ace for Valdepraz. 11-5 is the score. Hawks are 4 points away from closing out set number 5 and shutting the door on what would be a miraculous comeback for the Mountaineers. Cora. Torres with the set. McCall with the attack and the kill. Valdepraz couldn't get a clean dig there. That was just a malicious attack. 11-6. Mountaineers trail by 5. Martin will sub in. It looks like Davila will go back to serve. Martin will step in for Cora. Brenda Davila back to serve for the Mountaineers. Rogers pops it up. Wilson with the set for... Can't believe I just blanked on the name for a second there. Fleming with the attack, kept alive by Valdepraz. Wilson pops it up. Valdepraz is blocked up front. Wilson keeps it alive. Holland with the setup. Looking for Ellenberg. There we go. Now you remember the name, Matt. Fleming with the attack. Rejected up front. Kept alive. Fleming with the attack again. That one gets through. 11-7 is the score. Mountaineers closing in. They trail by 4. Davila back to serve. Hawks lead by 4. They need 4 to win set number 5. Davila with the serve. That one does not find the paint stripes. 12-7. Hawks lead by 5. They need 3. The libero, Rogers, is back to serve. McCullough. Torres for McCullough. Off of Rogers. That's a point for the Mountaineers. I don't know if it was hit up front and that led Hannah Rogers to reach out for that one. I'm not really sure. If she had let that go, it appeared to have been going out of bounds. De La Torre back to serve for the Mountaineers. They trail by 4. Ellenberg keeps it alive. Wilson for Janowski, blocked up front. Ellenberg, De La Torre. Sorry, not De La Torre. That's Diaz. Santana with the attack. Gets it on the hardwood on the side of the Hawks. 12-9 the score. 3-point deficit. Hawks need 3 to close out set number 5. De La Torre back to serve yet again. It's kept alive. De La Torre with a diving play. Martin dumps it over. It's another point for the Mountaineers. 12-10 the score. We'll see a timeout called by the Huntingdon head coach. They don't seem to be dancing right now. 12-10 is the score. We'll see if Berea can continue to ride this momentum. Hawks are on the precipice of taking set number 5 and taking the magic out of the air from Berea. I don't know if the Berea Mountaineers believe in magic, but the Magic Mountaineers, they sure seem to have a little bit of extra something on their side in this game. 12-10 the score. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. We'll come back when they break the huddle. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. 12-10 the score here. Berea trails by 2. They're riding a lot of momentum. De La Torre is back to serve. Hawks need 3 to claim set number 5. Valdez popped it up, but the Hawks weren't able to keep it going. It's an ace for De La Torre. Mountaineers trail by 1. It's been a bunch of come-from-behind storylines for Berea. They trailed 2-0 at the start of this match. Now they even things up and they trail by 1, making a tie here in set number 5. My gosh! We're tied up at 12. Timeout called by Huntingdon. We're tied up at 12. The Mountaineers have come back late in set number 5. They came back with back-to-back set wins in 3 and 4 to bring us to set number 5. I don't know how the Mountaineers are functioning right now with back-to-back 5-set matches. What is happening here in Cave Arena today? As I get started on my 4th water bottle in this entire tri-match event. Wow, I'm at a loss for words. Both teams 3 points away from claiming set number 5. And once again, you have to win the sets by 2 or more. You can always win by more than 2. Hawks break the huddle. De La Torre back to serve yet again after just picking up the ace to even things up. Piedmont Lions looking on through the doorway. De La Torre with the serve. Rogers kept alive. Hawks just give up the lead. The Mountaineers take the late lead. They lead 13-12. Can the Mountaineers come back from a 2-0 set deficit to win it in set number 5? De La Torre. Here's a set by Wilson. And we have a whistle as it appears the Mountaineers player may have touched the net. It'll be called on McCullough. We're tied up at 13. Should we see a point on both sides? We'll see an extended 5th set. Last extended set we saw was set number 2 in this game. Hilliard back to serve. McCullough. Cora keeps it alive. Diaz sends it over. Down to press. Hilliard with the set for Chambers. Kept alive by De La Torre. Cora for McCullough. Blocked up front. McCullough gets it back over. Hilliard with the setup for Valdeprez. De La Torre is ready. Cora for Santana. Santana with the count. Mountaineers set point, match point in set number 5. McCullough is back to serve for Berea. Will the Mountaineers achieve the unbelievable? Hawks need one to extend the 5th set. McCullough with the serve. Valdeprez. Hilliard with the set for Chambers. Kept alive by McCullough. De La Torre setting up for Marble. He gets it over. Kept alive by Hilliard. Rogers for Janowski. Blocked up front. Kept alive. Hilliard with the set. Cora's there for the dig. De La Torre for Santana. Kept up. Hilliard. Valdeprez. Bumped over. Cora. De La Torre with the fake set. Rogers keeps it up. Hilliard for Chambers. Off of a Mountaineer. Off of Santana. And the Hawks notch things up at 14. It's an extended set. Set number 5. What? I might go into cardiac arrest before this match is over. I have no idea. Ellenberg back to serve. De La Torre set up for Ramich. Ramich off of Hilliard. Mountaineers advantage. 15-14 the score. Mountaineers need 1 point. Hannah Martin back to serve. Tension filling the air in Cave Arena. Valdeprez. Hilliard with the serve for Chambers. Kept up by De La Torre. Martin setting up for Ramich. Ramich off of Ellenberg. Valdeprez sends it up. Hilliard sets it over. Santana set by De La Torre for Santana. Santana popped up by Ellenberg. It's distance. Berea wins. Berea wins. It's set number 5. They come back and win 3 straight sets in back-to-back 5-set matches. Oh my God! Do you believe in miracles, ladies and gentlemen? The Berea Mountaineers, they came back from a 2-0 set deficit to win things in set number 5 and extended set number 5 to win it 16-14. My goodness, folks, these Mountaineers know how to fight. And that wasn't even a Piedmont game. They're coming up next. They're facing Huntingdon. We'll see you next time. Maybe I can save my voice till then. I don't know. If the next game is as exciting as the first 2 matches have been, I may not be able to handle it. Oh my gosh. We'll see you then. Game time sets, who knows when. But just know I'll still be here. You're listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.